Hey everyone, my name is Aishwarya Soman, Director and co-founder of Open Innovation India. Ever heard of Open Innovation India? Well, this is a super amazing community buzzing with startups, innovators, mentors, industry gurus, developers working together to create some awesome, seriously awesome innovations. Well, think of it as a blender, a mixer of brilliant minds. Open Innovation India is having followers of 1,300 and 60 plus mentors guiding the way and 80 plus developers building the future. Well, Open Innovation India is all about connecting the dots between corporates, exciting startups, and anyone having a great idea just like you. Well, we are not only local, we also team up with some amazing global heavyweights to make sure that our impact is even bigger. Now, guess what? Today is the first panel discussion of the year 2025, and it's a hot topic. AI Agents Unleashed, Building the Future Together. Intriguing, right? We are bringing together some amazing experts here to talk about how AI is changing the startup scenario, how AI is changing the cybersecurity space, various industries, and how businesses are making decisions. Think of it as a sneak peek into how AI is changing, what is the future, and we will be discussing about the challenges in cybersecurity and what are some ethical considerations and how we can make use and leverage the AI journey. And in case if you are curious about knowing the future of AI, this is something you don't want to miss. Well, let me get started with the introductions. We have an amazing panel here. It's my pleasure and honor to welcome our panelists for the day. Welcome Karthik, Anay, and Rajshekhar Nanapneni. I would start with
Thank you for
Karthik. Welcome. I would start with Karthik. Karthik K is a leader in IEEE Kerala chapter and an AI engineer. He's specializing in AI and automation with expertise in computer vision, NLP, and edge AI deployment. He is recognized as a LinkedIn top ML and AI professional. He has designed AI solutions across industries like healthcare, automotive, and real estate. A passionate public speaker and a cloud facilitator, Karthik aims to solve complex problems and drive positive change through AI. Welcome, Karthik.
Thank you, Ishre.
And here we have Anay Pathak. He's a global business director at Dell Technologies. He's specializing in alliances and GSI partnerships for data protection and cyber resilience. He's based in Delhi. He's a recognized industry influencer and a sought-after speaker on innovation and technology. With deep expertise in data management, AI, cyber resiliency, and cloud technologies, Anay is passionate about bridging the gap between industry and academia to equip future leaders with essential skills. His contributions have earned him multiple accolades, including India's Most Trusted Titan in 2024 and induction into the DPS Hall of Fame in 2023. Welcome,
Thank you.
Anay.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we have Rajshekhar Nannapaneni, who is Raj. He's a seasoned technical leader with 18 years of experience in the software industry. At Dell Technologies, Emerging Services Division, he's specializing in designing and integrating solutions in generative AI and high-performance computing. He's a research scholar at Ramaya University of Applied Sciences, and he explores AI's potential in healthcare. Passionate about AI, machine learning, and quantum computing, Raj has contributed extensively to the field through research papers, journals, and book chapters. It is my absolute pleasure and honor to welcome all of you to this panel. Welcome, Raj.
Thank you. Thanks, Aishwarya.
Great. Wonderful. Thank you so much for having here. And I would like to ask my first question to Anay. Anay, are you ready?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
Okay, awesome. So Anay, you have an impressive track record in data protection and cyber resilience. In your view, how can AI agents enhance cyber resilience strategies, particularly in managing and mitigating data security risk?
Thank you, first of all, Open Innovation India, for having us here. It is a pleasure to be part of such a wonderful panel. When we talk about AI, right, I think it has three phases to it. What we see when we talk about these phases is pre-Chat GPT era. So AI is there from a long time, and we are using it from, let's say, late 50s till the pre-Chat GPT era. Then there is a Chat GPT era, and you see a lot of Chat GPT like machine learning models coming into picture, where we talk about generative AI, right? So I would call it is like a generative AI era. And then what we look forward to is applying generative AI or AI to solve business problems, right? And that is where we call it as AI for enterprise in general, right? So from my experience, we are still looking into a lot of generative AI models, LLMs, and natural language processing and whatnot. But you touched on a very pertinent topic about data privacy and security, right? First is how to make these models secure, right? So we have to talk about security when you develop such models, because we see some of these models coming in recently also in news and then getting hacked, right? So I think we have to be very sure when we generate a model. Basically, it has to be secured because it has data, which can be an IP for a company if it is a chatbot which is front facing to their customers, right? So I think security not only is important when it comes to developing this model, but also when I said Gen AI for business, I would like to touch base on, can we use Gen AI to potentially prevent an attack or a ransomware attack or a malware attack or whatever we call it, right? So is Gen AI model good enough when it comes to uh, looking at the environment and finding out the vulnerabilities? If there is a malware which is lying still not activated, do we have process and algorithms in place which can monitor the traffic on who is accessing the data and what time it is accessed? And are there third-party application coming into my business data and trying to tap into it, right? So I think one is to make Gen AI secure. The other is applying Gen AI to secure your data, because in the end, data is something which is basically your brand, a company's brand, it's data, right? So if we change something on a company website, probably it basically takes away the branding of the company. I think, yeah, this is where I think we should lead to.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, Anay, and thank you for sharing that valuable insights coming from your expertise. And this is really valuable. My next question goes to Karthik. Hi, Karthik. Your expertise lies in deploying AI solutions across industries like healthcare, agriculture, and real estate. I'd like to know, could you please share how AI agents are being used in these fields to solve unique problems and create an impact at scale?
Yeah. Well, agentic AI is actually transforming the industrial grade solutions into the next level, as and I rightfully touched on that statement. So, agents are right now, AI agents are right now capable of automating the process, also to do decision making of its own, like with the help of the prompts and the stuffs that we are actually feeding into. So if we take agents alone, like we can say that like agents are capable of doing stuff that is actually needed to automate a process. And it's not alone like that it is doing the purpose, like it is backed by certain tools also. So agents has a capability to integrate tools into it, so that we can maybe flow a systematic way. So I would say that like it should go to the first tool, get the result, consolidate it, go to the second one, and so on. So after that, it's a kind of a divide and conquer approach. And once you get the outputs from the tools, the agent will consolidate all the outputs that is obtained, and you will get the final output. So that is how an agent works all together in the industrial level. So you mentioned about the healthcare, agriculture, and automotive industry. I'll take one example on each, and let me explain like how this is actually working. So in healthcare industry, I am taking an example of personalized treatment recommendation. So again, I'm taking a nice point here, which is pre-ChatGPT era. So I also started my career at the pre-ChatGPT era, where we used to work on chatbots and stuffs like that with the help of the resources that we had. We had only limited resources, like knowledge graphs and those kind of stuffs. So we were making models, AI models and chatbots with respect to that also. But right now, agentic AI is becoming a boom, and we were able to do these things in a faster manner. So I'm taking personalized healthcare treatment as an example here. So suppose you have a flow to make here. So basically, I'm taking a flow like asking the questions related to the symptoms, then identifying the disease, then finding the which disease that it belongs to, stuff like that. So the flow should be like queries, then responses will be there, then treatment suggestions will be there. So that is how the flow should be. So how it is working, I'm actually assuming this has particular tools here, which is like the queries will be asked by a certain tool, and you are getting the response, and these responses are consolidated all together to flow to the next tool, which is for the disease discovery. You have a certain prompts that is stating that, okay, if you have these and these symptoms, and along with some other sub symptoms, you are likely to fall into a certain disease category. So the next phase will be disease discovery. So after the disease is discovered, the next step is actually for the treatment suggestion. So the output that you are getting from the disease discovery will be passed to the treatment suggestion tool, and from there we will be getting the output, or the particular treatment suggestions for a particular disease. So let's just look into where we started. Like we started from the queries, where like we are asking multiple questions to the user, getting narrowing down the disease symptoms and getting a proper disease. From there we are getting the treatment suggestions. That is how an agentic AI can be worked. Like it's a divide and conquer method, I would say. Then coming to the agriculture field, I'm not going this much amount of deep into the sectors, but again, like disease detection, yield prediction, etc., can be again used in agriculture for this agentic AI purposes. Then in real estate, again, like chatbots, then market trend analysis, etc., can be another another vectors that we can like use this agentic AI into the next level. Yeah, that's it.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Karthik. I mean, how brilliant it is. And I think it is a really big boon to have being in this generation to see all these changes, and what a great help to mankind and what AI is doing to us. It's really revolutionizing. Thank you so much for sharing your deep expertise in that area. Hi, Raj. This question is for you. You are actively working on Gen AI-based solutions. So my question is, how do you see AI agents, particularly those powered by AI, generative AI and RAG architecture, transforming workflows and decision-making in organizations, according to your experience?
Well, first of all, thanks for this opportunity. And so when we look at RAG architectures, right, today we have RAG, which is this particular architecture has unmasked capabilities of using LLM for real industry-based or business use cases. And in this case, what we are doing is we are trying to retrieve information from in-house customized databases, so that it can, the LLMs can basically give a response based on the data available in these vector databases. Now, when we look at AI agents, these are bringing on the table a set of workflows, and which there are again a lot of different workflows, and we can map each workflow to a different use case. And like Karthik said, some of them can be applied to a specific industry. And all of this, what are they causing is they're ending up giving us an automation. Autonomous is what they're going to bring on the table. And when we look at autonomous workflows, they're not only just giving us workflows, but also giving us tools like, again, Karthik said, right? I'll map that here, where in which it is not only the internal in-house vector databases, the tools also allow the queries to go to the external third-party APIs or websites to get more information. And with all this, what is happening is it is allowing the businesses to make decisions in a broad aspect and in a quicker fashion. Thereby, we can term that these AI agents are not only like making it autonomous, but also they're paving way for transforming how the organizations can think, decide, and operate in this data-driven era. So I think there's a lot of opportunities and use cases that can be leveraged using AI agents when integrated with RAG architecture. Yep.
Awesome. Thank you, Raj. This has been an amazing discussion, and thank you for sharing your valuable points of view on this aspect. Yeah, so I have some common questions to all the panelists. Please feel free to pick it up. Anyone who feels comfortable in answering these, please share with us. This will be very beneficial for our audience in Open Innovation India and anyone who is watching this panel discussion. So can I start with that?
Yep,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Okay, so I'd like to know what are the most significant challenges organizations face when adopting AI agents and how can they overcome these obstacles?
Maybe I
Yeah.
can,
Go
begin,
ahead.
if you allow, is I think one of the most common challenges is getting resources. So capability building skill is a challenge. While I interact with a lot of people and people are talking about AI taking away jobs and everything becomes automated, the answer is nothing is where AI would take away the job. It would change the nature of the job in the end. So what we talk about is if we talk about skill and capability building, we still have to board this train and we still have to upskill ourselves. But the nature of jobs will change, and that's how the skill and capability will come into the market. Maybe feel free to add, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, so in my point of view, I would say that the major issue that we were facing is actually the scalability aspect. So scalability is one of the major aspect that we are looking into. And if you are making an AI model and particularly into the generative AI space, that is not meant for the a particular data alone. It should scale up to n number of data and n number of resources. So the major issues that we were facing at the time of like adopting AI agents into the organization will be like in terms of scalability, then in terms of storages, then state maintenance, etc., and timing, etc. So these are some of the particular points that I would like to touch into. And this, like, there are some mitigation strategies also that we can use in order to scale it into that level. So I would say that, like, if in terms of storages and all, like, we can use some persistent storage to get the data into like flow into multiple users. Then session maintenance can be done by state maintenance can be done by sessions. And timing is another important factor, because if you are interacting with an generative AI chatbot or stuff like that, and if you're waiting for a result even more than 1 minute, like, there is no use of it. Like, like, we should get the result within maybe 10 to 15 seconds. That's the ideal time that we are thinking about. So for that, like, I couldn't think about much than prompt optimization. So prompt optimization is an important factor for like getting the faster and quicker and accurate results.
I would like to add some of the practical challenges, like technical challenges, like how do we integrate AI agents into legacy systems, right? So basically, legacy systems are complex by themselves, and when AI agents are bringing up these workflows, there should be a nature of communication between AI agents and these legacy systems. So there should be a planned kind of communication exchange or protocol between these systems and the AI agents. That is one thing. And second thing is we need to design some APIs to do so. So it requires some complexity there. And the another challenge we can see is ethical concerns, right? Like, for example, some of these AI agents could bring in biased nature of part here, because they're trained on public data sets. So we need to find out ways in which some of these data sets that these agents are being trained to be more diversified in nature, to reduce or mitigate this biased nature of the problem. Yep.
Great. Awesome. This is very insightful, and it also gives us an idea that it is not just a professional's responsibility, but as an organization, ground level, what are the changes that we need in place to ensure that how we enable the journey in terms of AI, right? Thank you for sharing that. I'd like to ask another question. Personally, this is something very intriguing and something that I would like, I'm very curious about. What role do AI agents play in bridging the gap between humans and machines? Because that is some concerning point when it comes to employment. And also, as a human, I'd like to know, how do you bridge the gap between human and machines?
I would like to start. So the way I would look at this is that since AI has a lot of patience because it can look at and do a repetitive tasks, so we should try to look at how the manual efforts that take place on the repetitive tasks, the boring tasks that we see at, and it also has the capability to look at vast amount of data in less amount of time. So all the high value tasks humans should be involved, and all the low level tasks or repetitive tasks machines should be involved, or generative AI should be involved, so that the gap, so basically it will act as an assistant to us, and the gap can be like, we can work in coherence, right? So that's what I feel about this.
Absolutely.
I-
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah.
So I think AI agent will probably, as Raj said, right, it should complement the progress which we are doing. So anything repetitive, probably if it can reduce an 8-hour work life to a 5-hour work life, and we can focus on something more strategic, and that is where we should lead to, right? So it is all about devoting more time to something which is more strategic in nature, which needs a lot of natural human intelligence, is where we all should come into play. But then there are some complex tasks like DNA, RNA, sequencing, and looking into the right vaccination and treatments and whatnot. I think that is also AI driven because it is too complex for to do the calculation using a normal supercomputer. So you probably might need a lot of AI there as well. Just to add.
Sure. Absolutely. So I think in the interest of time, I have one last question to all of you. This conversation doesn't end here, and I would like to have a series of this because this is absolutely awesome and helpful for all of us who is participating here and all of us who is listening to this. So one last question to ask. As we know, the AI agents is evolving. Everything that we see around us is evolving. In the next 5 years, we'll see something different or something more advanced or something that we never thought of. So my next question is, what advice would you give to organizations or individuals who are just starting their AI journey?
I would like to start this question. So, as like I used to interact with lots of individuals for sessions as well as like workshops and all. So, like I used to take sessions. So here the major problem that I have seen is regarding the lack of basics, I would say. So start from the basics and don't get fascinated by the fancy terms, fancy stuffs, I would say. So that's the first thing that I would like to give us a like initial advice. Then what I would suggest you to follow is like, once you are thorough with the basics, you can do some simple projects and stuff like that, and see how it is progressing. Then we can focus on some core areas like natural language processing, computer vision, or generative AI, or any of the topic according to the interest. That is the one advice that I would like to give to the individuals. And coming to the organization level, I would say that like it should create an impact. Like the business should start with an impact, like a well-defined impact that actually ensures a measurable ROI. So that's one of my suggestions.
Thank you, Karthik.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes,
just to
so
add
that's
on, start small, probably scale, look for right business problems to solve, create a model which is not only secured but also sustainable, because we need to make sure whatever we are doing in this space, security and sustainability is key. So that is where I would probably start with.
Yeah, maybe, and also something that will scale up, and what all comes in the future, if something can be plugged in, right? Who can go along with the future advanced technology that is going to come ahead of us, right? Thank you so much. Yes, Raj. Your
Yeah,
perspective.
I was just going to add, when it comes to individuals, I believe there is always the traditional way of learning, but then the peer learning is something which can give a lot of advantage these days, because a lot of different developments are happening everywhere, and it's very difficult to kind of sit and learn everything in silos. So if we collaborate, like for organizations, right? Collaborate with Open India, Open Innovation India, maybe a great platform with a lot of experts there. So I think these will accelerate the learning and innovation for everybody. Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. And that's very promising, right? Absolutely wonderful. I really enjoyed hearing from all of you, and this is awesome. This is very helpful for our audience, for Open Innovation India as a platform. And thank you for sharing your valuable insights here. And yeah, any parting thoughts? This is. Please accept our sincere gratitude and thank you for all of you being here today.
Thank you for
Yes.
the opportunity, and I wish Open Innovation India a lot of success in the current year. So we look forward to many more such events where we can help bridge the gap with people talking to us. So thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And this is a great eye-opening session also, that it means that whatever technology comes and goes, the collaboration, the human interaction is not going to be outdated anytime. So really thankful for sharing your valuable insights today. Thank you, Karthik. Thank you, Raj. Thank you, Anai. Thank you for being here, and for our audience at Open Innovation India. Wish you all the best. Thank you.
Have a good day.
Thank you.